Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to Madam Farida. My name is Nazril bin Isa with number matrix 77426. Today, I will present my final year project 2, which is the influence of career development on employee performance. According to Mangkunagara 2016, performance is the quantity and quality of work completed by an employee while carrying out his tasks in accordance with the duties assigned to them. While career development inside the organization is one of the factors that influence employee performance. The organization will benefit much from career development as it may foster that the organizationally require staff competencies and boost employee retention, performance, and relationship by Mishara and Sachan 2012. Career development has a favorable and substantial impact on performance. The implication is that a strong system for career development will boost worker productivity. Dewi and Utama 2016. Problem statements. Kennyham, according to Kennyham and XOI 2012, a company long-term performance is greatly influenced by the caliber of its employees. The emphasis given to how employees are valued and rewarded that may have significant impacts on staff members' efficiency and productivity, which in turn affect the organization's success. Career development contributes to the improvement of workers' abilities to accomplish their job. Therefore, if worker can appropriately grow, the performance will constantly be enhanced. The finding of this study supports those of earlier research by researchers. We found that career development had a favorable and substantial impact on worker performance. Chandrana et al. 2018. Dewi and Mudiata 2016 in the research that claim that career development has a favorable and significant impact on performance in supported. Most of the research related to this study is more from another countries such as USA, Kenya, Indonesia in compared to Malaysia. Therefore, the researcher conducted this study in one of the public sector department at the state government's office complex Betong in Sarawak, which is a land and survey department Betong divisions. Objective and hypothesis. For general objective is to identify the influence of career development toward employees' performance. For research hypothesis, there is a significant influence of career development towards employee performance. Conceptual frameworks. And employees need to acquire a variety of knowledge, skill, and abilities in order to work effectively. Career development is necessary for transforming the organization human resource from one bad situations to a better one through long-term education and learning experience in preparing future responsible employees. Robbins 2010. In other words, the better career development in a certain company, the better the employee performance in the company. For independent variable, career development, and dependent variable is employee performance. Significance of study. First, organizations. This study is important as a reference for the study organizations to improve the performance of their employee through career developments. Help the organization to reach their objective and earn value rewards by employee who develop their skill after they have influenced their career developments. Second, body knowledge. Attempt to add to our understanding of it and to expand on a number of prior findings. Improve the idea as a whole and increase knowledge of how that career developments influence on employee performance. And the last is HR practitioner. This study will also be a reference for HR practitioner in the aspect of the strategy to improve the career development or human resource approach. It will be advantageous for their job at the company where they are employed science. It will inspire them to further develop their skill in terms of discipline, time management, work quality, and other areas as their career progresses. Definition of terms, conceptual definitions. career development. Career development is an employee activities that help people plan their future career. They are in 2002 in a specific organizations so that both the employee and the organizations may grow to their full potential. According to Revive 2004, career development is a method in an organization that increases an individual potential of achieving their planned career. Employee performance. Mangkunagara 2009 as a qualified and measurable performance of an employee in carrying out of his duties in accordance with his responsibilities as an employee. Quantity is the outcome that can be used to gauge the extent to which a person's ineffective in attaining his goal, whereas quality refer to how many mistakes, discipline, and punctuality a person makes. Definition of term. Operational definitions. Career developments. A worker impression of a long-term process that aims to improve personal potential to accomplish a desired profession in accordance with organizational rule. Employee performance. Employee performance in this study refer to the productivity or output that the employee completes the task or job. For limitation of this study, the tendency of respondent to give answer based on other desire rather than offering honest, sincere and willings. This study conducted in public sector, which is at Land and Survey Department Betong Divisions. It is not certain whether the respondent cooperated or not in answering the question given, which were in the form of a questionnaire. Literature review. Career developments. Career development is just a range of initiatives created to match a person's needs, skill, and career aspiration with present and future possibilities inside the business. Parasite 2009. Employee performance. Performance is described by Asphalt et al. 2012 as the accomplishment of specified tasks just against established or identified standard of correctness, completeness, cost, and speed. According to DiCenso and Robbins 2010, 238, performance is one of the total collection of work within worker. When performance understood and attention to career development effort will be reduced and being difficult to achieve career purpose. Akbar et al. 2010. Next is related theory, which is hygiene and motivation theories. It's investigation on employee happiness in workplace. According to the hypothesis, motivating and hygienic element influence whether or not employees are satisfied at the jobs. Hesberg 1964 found that characteristics that affect work satisfaction differ from those that lead to discontent. In an effort to explain his finding, he developed the idea. According to Hesberg 1964, the biggest variable that contribute to employee satisfaction and consequently better performance include achievement, the work itself, promotion, responsibility, acknowledgement, and growth. For past similar finding, this is past similar finding for 4 of this study. This study has shown the influence of career development on employee performance. Next is methodology. First is research design that I use quantitative research and cross-sectional designs. For instrument, section A demographic for items, section B career development 12 item, section C employee performance 13 item. That I use 5 point of the listed scale we use of the questionnaire. For sample population employee who work at public sector, which is at a Land and Survey Department Division, Betong Division, which is approximately an equal 50. For sample size, S equal 44, based on Krigi and Morgan table, 1970. For sampling technique, I use simple random sampling. And for the last is normality test that I use histogram. Validity and reliability. For validity, I use face validity, and reliability I use Converse Alpha, which is value lowest 0.7, and it's acceptable. Ethic of study. Pride employment and approval from the organization's confidential of respondent informations. Consent form will be sent to the organization for evidence. Data collection procedure. Distribution of questionnaire form. Questionnaire distribute through Google Form. Data analysis procedure. Data will be analyzed by using SPSS version 27. Descriptive statistic is demographic analysis, and inferential statistic is regression analysis. For demographic characteristic of respondent, gender, which is the majority is male, which is 31 respondent, and for age, majority is 35 through 44 years old, which is 24 respondent, and for race, the majority is Malay, which is 28 respondent, and for marital status is the majority is married, which is 36 respondent. Next is finding, which is regression analysis. The hypothesis is there is a significant influence of career development towards employee performance. Based on a model summary above, it showed that R squared is value to 0.365. This showed that 37% of the change in employee performance can be explained by the predictor or independent variable, which are career development, available in our datasets. Next is from this ANOVA table that p-value equal 0.000, highest 0.05, show we have enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis. Therefore, there is significant influence of the career development toward employee performance, and we can use the regression model. Next is based on conversion table. Career development p-value is equal to 0.000, highest 0.05. Hence, it is a significant variable used to employee performance. And summary of findings for the hypothesis is there is significant influence of career development toward employee performance is accepted. For summary of the study, in chapter 1, is the determine the influence of career developments toward employee performance. The review of several past study conducted as background of the study, and a conceptual framework is developed and discussed to meet the objective and addresses the hypothesis. Chapter 2 is the literature review focused on the influence of career developments on employee performance, and the theory I use is hygiene and motivation theories, and some previous studies respect to the research objective. In chapter 3, in questionnaire I use 5 Likert scale, and for career developments was updated in on Verhoeven and measurements in 1994, and for employee performance was updated by Kopsman et al. 2014 scale. For target population is 50 employee from land and survey department Betong divisions, and for sample size is 44 respondent based on Creature and Morgan's, which is 1970. And lastly is simple random samplings. In chapter 4, that the multiple regression was used. In results, there is significant influence of career development toward employee performance. The result of the finding is discussed and compared with the previous study, and all the hypotheses are accepted. Next is implication of study. The first is organizations enhance their reputation as an employer of choice by highlighting their commitment to career development and showcasing the positive outcome for employer performance. Organization can attract top talent and strengthen their employer brands. This can give them a competitive advantage in the talent market. Future researcher identify potential avenue for future research based on the gaps and limitations identified in our study. highlight area that require further exploration or validation, help to guide future researcher, and contribute to the continuous advancement of knowledge in the field of career development and employee performance. The last is practitioner. HR practitioner can integrate career development discussion into the performance management process by linking employee performance with their career goal and development plans. Organization can foster a performance-driven culture that encourage continuous improvement and growth. Next is recommendation. The first is organizations contributed for the organization to create a good and high quality and productivity of work employees. Goal setting and career support help employees establish individuals' career growth plan by providing direction and assistance to attain the long-term objective, assist them in identifying them and developing concrete measures. The last is future research. Can give more evidence and improvement in the existing theory or model on the influence of career development on employee performance. Can use this topic to further study on the topic of career development and employee performance. In conclusions, the study has successfully shown that employee performance are influenced by career developments. The study has successfully address the objective and hypothesis that examines the influence of career development on employee performance. The study indicated that data support the finding of certain previous provide better understanding for reader and management of the organization about the study. Having employees with career development could increase employee performance that can benefit the organizations and employees. The company must act and strive to overcome the obstacle given by the competition through improving employee performance. That's all from me. Thank you.